Today we celebrate two of our pioneer students, Crystal and Jasmine Gomez, a medical laboratory science intern in the Philippines, a shining star and one of the most outstanding students of Reeyada. Jasmine pursued her passion for medicine and is now an intern at one of the top hospitals. Her dedication and academic excellence sets her apart. She continues to make us proud with her commitment to healthcare and lifelong learning. And our second guest, Shahnawaz Saleem, cinematographer/photographer, working in the United States. He was always a dedicated and passionate creative with relentless dedication. Shahnawaz has achieved what many only dream of, working alongside some of the biggest names in the film industry. With unwavering determination, he took the unconventional path, and he carved his way to success and continues to inspire with his artistry. Both Jasmine and Shahnawaz started their journey with Reeyada in kindergarten. From curious children to accomplished professionals, they grew within our walls, our very own Reeyada babies, and have been through it all with us from the very beginning. Stay tuned as we dive into their inspiring journeys.
Good morning, Miss Reeyada.
Oh, yes, welcome to Reeyada International School podcast. So today I'm thrilled to have one of our former students with us, someone I like to call the fruit of Reeyada. Thank you for joining us. Let's start by introducing yourself. Can you tell us your name, where you are now, and little about what you are doing?
Hello, I'm Crystal Jasmine E. Gomez. I'm a former international student of Reeyada International School. I'm currently back in my home country, the Philippines, and as of the moment, I am a medical laboratory science intern in one of the major hospitals here in Baguio City, Philippines.
So joining from Philippines, and wow, that's very nice. You are in medicine. It's great to have you on our very first episode. So you are one of the top students at Reeyada. What do you think contributed to your academic success and helped you on the journey to becoming a doctor?
Well, first and foremost, I couldn't have achieved all my academic success if it weren't for my parents. They supported me throughout my academic endeavor, and they were always there ready to pick me up whenever I stumble along my path. But aside from them, having a good foundation is what really helps me achieve success in my academics. And I truly believe that having a good foundation is the key to scholastic achievements. The skilled teachers that deliver their lessons with mastery, the books that contain information that aid the teacher's lessons, and the environment in class that makes learning possible in every aspect. Having a good foundation truly helps me in improving myself for the better, a lot easier as I am able to build upon the excellent foundation that Reeyada provided me with.
Okay, very good. How long were you in Reeyada? I think you started from kindergarten, right?
Yeah, yes, Ms. Reeyada.
So yeah. So you've been in Reeyada for a very long time. And so what are some of your fondest memories you have from your time here in Reeyada?
I think a memory that I usually go back to when I reminisce the past are the annual science fairs we had, because it showcased the creativity and the innovative skills of all the students. Aside from being able to manifest our knowledge into physical projects, it helped us learn in a really interactive and exciting way, which is usually different from the usual book-based learning we often do.
Your parents must be incredibly proud of your achievements. How do you think they influence and shape you into the person you are today? I know a lot of parents play a very pivotal role, and also I know that there are a lot of parents putting a lot of hard work, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. So how do you think they influenced you?
Well, as I previously mentioned, my parents are always there to support me and be my pillars in times of need. But I guess what influenced me the most is their unwavering support and faith in me. There have been countless times wherein I doubted myself or I didn't have faith in my own skills and knowledge, but my parents always had faith in me and my abilities, and I guess that's what kept me going throughout the years. I truly believe that their support and belief in me shaped me to become a careful risk taker. a risk taker that calculates before acting upon it. Because my parents believed in me, I am now a lot more confident with my abilities, and I too believe in myself as well.
Well said. So, Jasmine, you were part of the first 25 years of Al Reeyada, starting with us from kindergarten. As we look towards the future, where do you see Al Reeyada in next 25 years? What would you like to see the next 25 years, Reeyada to be?
Well, being a witness of Al Reeyada's growth, I truly believe that Al Reeyada will continue being a school that is the first choice of parents. Whenever parents think of putting their children to school, not to sound biased or anything, but I hope they think of Al Reeyada first before any other school, or they think of Al Reeyada as their only choice of school. I hope Al Reeyada becomes an institution that caters to every type of student and continues to give the solid foundation that it also gave to me. I hope it never ceases to give the quality education to the future generations.
Well said, Jasmine. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? A doctor or a very full-fledged doctor, famous doctor in Philippines?
It's a pretty difficult question, but I hope I already am a registered medical laboratory scientist by that time, and hopefully taking up medicine, like a specific aspect in medicine, or if I decide not to pursue medicine, I hope I am happily working in a tertiary laboratory or a national reference laboratory somewhere in the globe.
I remember that when I was talking to your mother that time when you started college, you were in different field. So what made you change to go into medicine? What inspired you that now I really want to switch to medicine?
My first choice was actually architecture, if I remember correctly, or it was along that field, like architecture or civil engineering. But when my grandma got sick during the pandemic, and we were the ones taking care of her, like her grandchildren, we were all taking care of her, and I found the beauty, I guess, in taking care of people. I enjoyed taking care of my grandmother, and I saw that even the smallest contribution we have to the health of the people can be meaningful to them. So I decided, why not take medicine rather than architecture?
Your grandmother would be very proud. Believe me, she inspired you to change to medicine. She's not here maybe physically, but believe me, she's looking up very proud. Grandmother inspired you because through her sickness and things like that. So I'd like to end up by thanking you so much taking time to talk to me today. This is, I call Joel, the former student, the fruits of Al Reeyada. And I was so proud, and I said, you were one of the top students of Al Reeyada. I got to interview you for my podcast. So I wish you every success in your future endeavors, and I'm sure I'm going to hear your name everywhere in Philippines about Dr. Jasmine. Yes. Anyway, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you so much.
Keep going and keep the good work. Keep going. Good morning and welcome to Al Reeyada International School podcast. So today I'm thrilled that our former student all the way from America is joining us. So can you introduce yourself and tell me what you are doing currently?
I'm Shahnawaz Saleem, former Reeyada student, and I'm right now in Cleveland, Ohio in USA, and I work for a studio, and I'm a cinematographer / photographer as of right now.
So Shahnawaz, now soon we'll be celebrating 25 years. So you were part of first 25 years. So can you tell our viewers that what is your fondest memory of Al Reeyada that you carry with you till this day?
I think the better question would be, what isn't a fond memory of Reeyada that I don't carry with myself? I cannot stress enough when I say that the foundation of everything I am today is all with Reeyada. And I'm not just saying this because of a podcast. I'm like literally, how do I say this? Whenever I've ever thought of like my childhood or ever having a good time, it somehow all has to do with Reeyada. Because for, I think, what, like 14 years of my life?
You joined
14
from kindergarten, yes?
Yeah, I was there since, I think, KG1.
KG1, yes.
I remember everything, actually. I remember the very first school function that we had as well. And all the fun memories that I've had are the ones that if I mention, I got in trouble for. So, you know.
Yeah. So, any teacher you keep in touch with, or?
Yes, I keep in touch with Sir Rexter and Miss Reshma.
Yeah, Miss Reshma and Mr. Rex are the very famous people. I think all the classmates, everyone remembers. Yes. So, Shahnawaz, yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say I have a very special relationship with both of them. Reshma, you know, like I've been studying with them. Rexter was the type of teacher that, like, I still remember there are times when, like, I would go to Rexter for gas money. Like, hi.
So it was that close relationship.
Yeah.
And imagine now you're a, documentary producer, director, and a photographer for, big companies in America. I mean, we are so proud of that. So, as I said, you were one of the top students in Al Riyadh. What do you think contributed to your success and helped you on your journey to becoming a filmmaker or part of a company that produces movies and documentaries?
I think the journey to success at Reeyada, at least, was my mom. I think that behind all of that. You know, she was super strict. Always made sure I got good grades. Now, when it comes to how this all, like, how I ended up where I am right now, to be very honest with you, it's very surprising to even be in the spot right now where I am. This was sort of a dream. Like, this is all something that I've wanted to do. I can't even remember since when, because from the very first time that I remember, I did not want to do anything conventional. Everyone wants to be like a doctor and a teacher, and I have nothing but praises for them. I think all of those fields are amazing. I don't think I'm smart enough to be in any of those fields. My mom would disagree with that, but I think that my field is wherever I could be creative. And
I remember you wanted to be a musician.
Yes, a musician/actor. I was growing up in Saudi Arabia. My upbringing is all in Saudi Arabia, and there was really no scope, at least when I was growing up in Saudi, of anything like this.
It was, I think those days, our environment we are in, and it was very conservative. So everybody was going into medical, engineering. So yes, I can understand when you say you want to be a musician or an actor. So, it was not kind of taken it seriously at that time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. And the first thing that as soon as I got the opportunity to come here to the US, the very first thing I thought about was I need connections. I'm not going to be able to do anything that I want to do because no one's going to come. It's not just like one day Tom Cruise is going to knock on my door and be like, hey, we love you. I don't know how, but we do. Yeah. And here are some movies for you. So I was like, the best way to do this is to be on set somehow. So I went to film schools. I learned about cinematography. I learned about lighting sets. I learned about directing. I learned about producing, writing scripts, basically every single thing that has anything to do with films. Even when my teachers would give us a project, I would make that project 10 times harder for myself just because I wanted to learn how to do this as a one-man.
Which studio is this now? Which company you are working?
So this studio is called TRG Multimedia. We basically shoot for huge brands, advertisements, and documentaries. I recently shot a documentary for streamings, and we're now in talks with Netflix is in the talks, and Amazon Prime is also in the talks with that, so we'll see where it goes.
So probably next will be, maybe it will lead to a big movie, hopefully.
Yes, and a situation like this happened to me this year where Superman was entirely shot in Cleveland. They turned downtown into Metropolis. The whole city was turned into this Superman world. You were not allowed to take pictures in downtown. It was basically for about 2 months. We were living in an imaginary world, and this movie was being shot, and it was amazing. The only thing that sucked about the whole situation was that because that movie was in town, our company needed more and more people to come work on our projects, so I couldn't take time off to go work on the movie. But
you will, because just the way you're talking, you're passionate. I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of movies, and you might be one of the actor in one of the movies. So let us know. So we will be watching that. Yes. I think, as I said, we'll be celebrating 25 years. I think you're our first former student that we know of that is in, working as an actor, director, directing documentaries or short films and stuff. I think you're the first one. So what advice would you give to students of anyone aspiring to enter the film industry?
I could probably write a book about this, but it's not as glamorous as it all looks. Okay,
of course,
it's not.
It's a lot of hard work. Yes,
right. Doctors, and I would say this maybe in the beginning, doctors, engineers, software engineers, blah blah blah. They might make more money than you. So if this is about money, think about it again. Because yes, there are celebrities who are millionaires and stuff, but you have to understand there's 1 million people working and there's 100 people that are millionaires. So think about it. And it will come. It's not that it can't come. It's all about art. And if you're an expressive person, this is the field for you. I get the chances to express my ideas on screen. I get to tell stories that other people may think of. You have no idea. My happiness is when something goes on screen. And I made a movie about TSA because that was my first experience and how I got stopped by TSA and how much of a trouble that was. I made a short film about that. And right after that film got premiered, I had 15 immigrants come up to me and talk to me about how insane their experience was and how they felt related, and how many other Americans basically came up to me and told me how they had no idea how much foreigners go through just to come to the country. And that's something that I got to educate people on in the most creative possible way, and I had so much fun doing it. So there's so much. Like I recently shot for this year's WWE SummerSlam. I shot a lot of their ringside stuff because we had the opportunity to do that. Now, as a kid, I've always wanted to go watch WWE. I never thought I'd be standing right there, shooting basically all these wrestlers that I've seen growing up. There is the insanity of, like, sometimes you do have to stand back and pinch yourself. And there are days, my mom was here for a few days. I've had maybe for that week, I had like 15 to 18 hour shifts every single day. I was coming home completely beat up because there's a lot of physical. I had to go to the hospital 3 times this year just for physical injuries because of the amount of stuff that you're doing over there, lighting and all that stuff. I've had injuries that I thought that, oh my God.
How was your mother's reaction?
My mom, I felt bad just looking at how my mom was feeling for me. It was like that was the realization when
I always say this to you. You are the apple of her eye. Remember, I always say that. I remember. True. Oh my God, Shahnawaz must get the highest mark. Shahnawaz must be. Shahnawaz was. Oh my God. So I can't imagine your mother. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, maybe I am like going completely insane doing these things, but I love it. It's the fun of these things that
The very important thing is the passion and the love that motivates you. That's the good thing. Yeah. That's the one it's thing, good to, you will give your best what you love doing. Yes.
100%. And that's the same advice someone told me when I was studying for this, because I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get a job. I did not know. In fact, a lot of big celebrities came to school. Russo brothers, who shot The Avengers and the TV show Community, amazing people, came up to school and they're talking to us and they're telling us, listen, in the beginning, you might have to work at Starbucks for a few years. And I'm thinking to myself, did I just, like, my dad and mom had paid so much money just for me to work at Starbucks, And but honestly, I think the passion that you have, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. People can see all of this. And I think that's what my internship got me to the studio, and we started, and here I am.
So if you had to describe Al Reeyada in one word, what would it be? Describe one word.
Yeah, I think that home would be the right word to describe Reeyada with. You have to understand, to a lot of people, Reeyada is a school. To me, it was a lot more than a school. I might have spent more time at Reeyada than I did at my own apartment or house, or like with my family.
Your first home.
My parents still are to this day, and that's the only reason I'm in this field, by the way. I have to say this. Super supportive. They did not care what I want to do in my life. They just supported. You have no idea the amount. I think I would stay outside. I would stay out of the house till like 6 in the morning, and I would come home, and my mom or dad is awake, and food is on the dining table and they're still waiting for me. They haven't gone to bed, but they wouldn't call me or ask me like where I am and stuff. And the reason I'm mentioning that, I'm not encouraging that kind of behavior, I'm just saying that like whole freedom to be
Freedom,
able to go
support,
explore.
and trust. Yeah.
Exactly. That was very, very well needed because I created some of the core memories in life. And you need memories if you're going to be creative because like these things are what generates art. You know, you have to go out there and live as if like, you know, you're meant to.
The challenges and all this thing makes you stronger and learn and keep moving. Yes.
And that was the thing. I've never been accepted anywhere. I didn't get my visa for the first time. And to any country. I went to Prague, didn't get it for the first time. US didn't get it for the first time. Anywhere I've tried in my life, the very first reaction is a slap on my face. But that's amazing because that only told me showed me how badly I wanted it. So there was a second or a third attempt, and obviously that's attempt succeeded is why I landed where I am. So a very good lesson my dad always says, like before you start anything that you really want, remember, burn your ships. There's no way home. This is it. Don't look back. Burn all
keep
your
going.
ships.
Yes, keep going. Yes, keep going. Okay, Shahnawaz, I'm so proud of everything you have accomplished, and I know you will do better. You will do a great job, and we can't wait to see. And as I said, God, willing that we will meet together to make Al Reeyada documentary one day.
Yes. I mean, I think we should. I want to be like a recurring guest on this podcast, and just maybe even have like Rexter and Reshma and like other teachers.
Yeah, Rexter will be saying, Yes. Okay. Let's get together, all of us. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. Give my regards to your family. And as I said, it's a first student that a film director or producer and all these things. So it was my honor to interview in my podcast. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yes.